Hey guys, it's your girl Jay and I'm back with another video. If you are new to this channel, like I said, my name is Jay. I am on a weight loss journey to lose 100 pounds. I have not placed a time frame on when that will happen. I just want to get it done. My method of choice right now is intermittent fasting. Specifically, I am doing 20 and 4 right now. So fasting for 20 hours and then eating within a 4-hour eating window. I am currently down 45 pounds. 45 pounds. I am almost halfway to my goal. And I just can't get it together. But I will. I will. So I was watching Savage Beauty Ways the other day, and she was doing a soup and salad challenge. And I decided that's an excellent idea. Why don't I do that? So I am. So I think she's doing 5 days. You guys, I don't know. I don't know about 5 days because I get tired of eating the same thing over and over and over again. I think even if it's different soups and different salads, I don't know. I don't know that I can hang for 5 days. So what I plan to do was I'm going to start out with the goal of 3 days. 3 days of soup and salad. And you guys are going to come with me right now as I make my first soup. I'm going to make the Zuppa Toscana. I always say it incorrectly. So if I did, sorry. But that's what we're going to make today, you guys. When I cook, I don't measure. I don't measure a lot of things, and I don't speak about measurements in this video, but I will put some of the measurements of like the meat and things in the description box below. Before we get started on the soup, I also wanted to mention that I did join the beautiful OMAD Caroline's 12-week fitness challenge. And basically, it's just 12 weeks of fitness. We had to commit to a certain number of hours per week, or minutes, I guess, that we were going to exercise in whatever way that we like. I did not know what to put. I had no clue. I had no clue how much time to commit to. So I just looked up the recommendations or how much you're supposed to exercise, and it said 150 minutes. So I committed to do 150 minutes per week of exercise. I love this because I have been slacking, you guys. I honestly don't know how I came with almost 2-pound loss last week and how I did not gain over Christmas. I've been losing a little bit every week. But I'm trying to get my life back together. I am. I really am. Life has been really crazy right now. Really, really crazy right now. A lot of things kind of hit my family all at once, and we're dealing with that. And I don't know if you can tell by my face, but my face is breaking out. Stress is just showing up. Stress is showing up and showing out. I feel like my face is extremely puffy. I felt like it was like that last weigh-in too, but I still lost 2 pounds somehow. Not somehow, because I know that although I haven't been sticking to the plan that I chose for myself, I have been being aware of what I've been eating. But you guys, sorry about the lack of videos. Sorry about the lack of content. I am really trying to squeeze this in with everything else that we have going, and hopefully life will calm down a bit so that I can give you guys more of me. But let's go ahead and make this soup. Sorry guys, I forgot to turn you on when I was prepping my food, but I'm just starting off with browning some bacon in the bottom of the pot. This is a 1-pot soup too. I love that about this. Less dishes. Hey! So the bacon is pretty much browned, you guys. I am about to add in the sausage, but just wanted to give you a pro tip when cutting bacon. When you cut bacon, sometimes because of the fat content, your knife gets sliding all around. So pro tip, put it in the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes before you cut it. and it gets slightly hard. It's not frozen solid, but it gets a little bit hard and easier to cut. I have added the sausage to the skillet, and for me, I use just some Smithfield hometown breakfast sausage. I do not like Italian sausage, which the original recipe for this soup calls for. So I just subbed out, yeah, some home style, regular old breakfast sausage in its place. All right, I'm about to add some onions in. You guys, I didn't call this a recipe because I do not measure things. I just throw in what I feel. So if you don't like that many onions, don't add that many onions. I happen to love onions and garlic, and I throw them in almost everything. So that's why I have so many. So you guys, while the sausage, bacon, and onions are cooking, I don't have any chicken stock. But you know what? I'm going to use what I have. And I actually used this last time I made this soup, and it turned out delicious. So I'm okay with it. But I am going to use one of these bouillon cubes. I normally do not like bouillon cubes. I used to hate them until I found this brand. They are delicious. I don't know what's different about them, but they're really good. So basically what I'm going to do is take some regular old tap water. Again, I don't know how much, just until your heart says that's enough. But I'm just going to take a cube, and I'm going to do 2 of these, but I'll just show you this one. I'm going to take a cube. Whoops. Well, probably don't plop it in like that, but put it in the water. And then I'm going to microwave this for like 3 or 4 minutes, heat up the water, and dissolve that cube, and that'll be my chicken stock for today. So the sausage and bacon and onions are almost done. The sausage looks pretty brown. I just want the onions to cook just a tiny bit more. I don't want crunchy onions in my soup. If you like that, hey, go with the flow. But anyway, what I'm going to do off camera is I don't want all of this fat from the bacon and sausage to stay in here. You want a little bit because that's going to help flavor the soup. But I'm just going to keep about 2 tablespoons. You can do it however you like, but for me, I usually put a bowl underneath the colander, and I dump all of this in there so that the fat drips down into the bowl. And then I dump the meat mixture back into the pot, and then I just add like 2 tablespoons of the oil back to the pot. So I don't have all of it, but still have enough to kind of flavor the broth of the soup. Alright, so this is all ready. It's all drained. So I'm going to add my chicken stock. And I'm just going to add a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit more water. I ended up using 2.5 bouillon cubes. But I'm going to let that cook away. I'm going to let all of those flavors marry. And then I'm going to slice up some potatoes and get those in here. I'm going to let those cook for a while, and then we'll throw in some kale. Alright, you guys, so this is boiling now, and I realized I forgot to add the garlic. So I'm going to put that in right now, and I put kind of a lot. I'm going to put more. I put kind of a lot because it needs it. This is just a jar of already minced garlic, and I get the kind that's not in oil. I don't know if it matters, but I just get the kind that's not already in oil. And I wanted to mention, in case you had not noticed, I have not put any salt in this. I am, however, going to season it with onion powder. A lot. Yes, I know there's already onions in there. I like flavor. This does not have any salt in it. And then some garlic powder. And then as soon as I find it, I'm going to put a sprinkle of thyme in here also. But back to the salt. I have not put any salt in here. There's so much salt, you guys, in the bacon and the sausage. I'm not gonna put salt in it right now. Usually I would tell you season as you go. Do not wait till the end. But in this case, because there's already so much salt in the oh goodness, sorry, I'm looking for the time. There's so much salt already in the sausage and the bacon. I'm gonna wait till the end to see if it needs any salt. It may not need any additional salt. So I found the thyme. I'm gonna put a tiny bit in here. Usually this recipe doesn't call for it, but I like thyme, so I'm gonna put a little bit. Not much. And then I'm going to add these potatoes and hopefully not burn myself because I'm holding the camera with one hand. I used baby yellow potatoes or gold potatoes, whatever you call them. You can use whatever potato you want. A plain old russet is fine. And I just used 4 small, really small potatoes. Sometimes when I make this, I don't even add the potatoes. The last time I made it, I used turnips, and it turned out perfectly. It was really good with the turnips. So, if you don't want potatoes, play with your options. Make it how you want it. Alright, so those potatoes are going to get cooked in there. This was boiling. I just turned it down so the steam wouldn't fog up the camera. I'm going to turn this back up. Let those potatoes cook. When they're about halfway cooked through, I'm going to throw the kale in there. After that kale is cooked, we're going to add a little bit of cream, and this will be done. So, I don't know exactly why my kale looks like that on camera, but it looks a lot fresher in person. But the potatoes have been boiling for about 10 minutes. I showed you guys this before, but this is the bag of kale that I usually buy. And I know it says already clean, but I washed it anyway. So, I usually put a lot of kale in here because there's not really any other vegetables. So I load it with kale. I will put this entire colander full of kale in there, and then I'll let this cook down and wilt really small, and then I'll put another entire colander in there, and I'll have that cook until it has a little bit of crunch to it still. Or not crunch, but a little bit of a bite to it still. So I know, you guys, I know right now this is looking like a salad soup. But I promise you this will cook down, and we're going to put a whole nother bunch in there. Just to add a lot of veggies and some more nutrients to a soup that is not particularly that healthy. So I've added the rest of the kale in. I know it looks like a lot, and that's because it is. I ended up adding what I showed you guys. That was probably about, I don't know, 1/4 of a bag of kale, and then I added that unopened bag. I added half of that. Those bags are a pound, so I added about another half a pound. I'm gonna let this cook down until it's semi-soft. I like some of it to have a little bit of a bite to it. And then after that, we'll add the cream. Alright, our soup has been cooking for about 20 minutes now, and it is just about done. I am going to add the final step, the heavy whipping cream. Again, I'm eyeballing this, guys. I'm just kind of throwing some cream in there. And I'm going to mix it until I feel like it looks good enough for me. I tend to go under, meaning not add a lot of cream, because when it's heated up, when it's reheated, people can just add, ooh, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. People can just add more to their bowls if they want it. And I don't like mine so creamy. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more. All right, you guys. That is it. It is done. That is my soup for today. So I broke my fast with a little bit of that soup, and then for dinner I ended up having soup, and then I made a simple salad with just an iceberg mix, a little bit of spinach and boiled egg and some cheese. I wasn't really that hungry by the time dinner came, so I ended up just eating half of that salad and that soup. Soup salad challenge day 1 complete.